What's up in your heart? Sir Dale here, and we're back with the second to the last na lesson ninyo, lesson 6, which is the logarithmic functions. Okay, so I hope you're maghulat gid mo aning lesson, and I really want to thank you, my students and other viewers of this channel, because we have finally reached 1,000 subscribers yesterday, as I have checked the number of subscribers on this channel. So I really like to thank you and uh, for supporting this channel. Okay, so please keep watching and please share this to your friends who really need this video, because my goal really is to help senior high school students in their modules, especially if you are in modular distance learning. This is really helpful for you. Okay, so yeah, enough with that. I'm just really happy that I have finally reached 1,000 subscribers before the anniversary of this channel, which is in October 24. Okay, so yeah, without further ado, let's begin with the lesson 6 of your module, or the coverage it was prescribed to you by DepEd. Okay, as you have noticed, this is my favorite game of the year. I really give it 9.5 siguro, minus the disappointments we had in its anniversary, the Genshin Impact. I hope can saying players diha, isa sa ako ang isa ra ka student ako akong nabalaan nga player ani. Okay, so yeah, um let's start with what DepEd wants you to learn. So you must represent uh, represent real life situations using logarithmic functions. Okay, so I've really made sure of that in the last part, in your module. If katong wala dili na ko estudyante who wants to read that part, so please message me if you want to do that problem. Okay, or comment it below. So mo gapon table of values, graph, equation, domain and range. So yeah, I asked that. Okay, intercept zeros, asymptotes, and also solving problems with logarithmic functions, which is really a the biggest part, the biggest Easter egg that you can find in your module. Okay, yeah. So let's begin. It is longer, so actually this is the longest I think this is the longest lesson in your module, and also in the DepEd's coverage, because they want you to learn many things. Okay, so many things of that. So we are to learn, we will learn here. So we'll do a little bit more than what DepEd requires you to do. Okay, or what DepEd requires you to learn. So logarithmic functions, graphs, we have common logarithms. This is in the base 10. Natural logarithms, base E. Okay, so laws of logarithms, expanding and combining logarithmic expressions, and then a change of base formula. Okay, so let me introduce you to my favorite healer, Barbara. Okay, so you will know what her significance is in the lesson. So logarithmic functions. Okay, so let a be a positive number. So it is important that a is not equal to 1. Okay, so that I explained that in the last video. Okay, in the exponential function video. So yeah, go check that out if you did not watch it already. Okay, so base a denoted by log a. So log a, so defined by log axy, so ayx. Okay, so lang. So this is the exponential function. We have learned that in the last lesson, and now we will learn its inverse. So its inverse, which is the logarithmic function. So yeah, in the normal class you have to memorize it. Okay, so yeah, the logarithm of x with the base a, is x is the exponent, no? Which the base a which must be raised to give x. Okay, so basically kining y, that y is an exponent. Okay, as you can see in its exponential form, di ba? A is the base, y is the exponent, and then x is the answer, di ba? So this is if this is face to face, I would give you this how to memorize this, no? So why did I introduce Barbara, my favorite healer before, no? So I have a new favorite healer now, which is Kokomi, no? Kokomi in Genshin Impact. But now, but before I had Kokomi, I really used Barbara. Okay, so I am friendship level 10 kang Barbara because she's so useful with my Ayaka. Okay, so bar, no, para dali ra nyo madumduman, so you can remember it, no? So bar, no, bar, then bra, bar, bra. Okay, that's how you can memorize it. Okay, so watch this video and then you can memorize it. Okay, so this is also what I have learned also in my first year from my classmates, no? So this is not my own, but how I remembered it is by this way. Okay, so they just taught me this also, and I can remember that easily by just saying the Barbara. Okay, my favorite healer in Genshin Impact. Okay, so let's go with some examples. Ba? Example 6.1. So this is just showing you how logarithmic form and exponential form are kinda the same thing, no? Just inverses of each other. Okay, so yeah, and then it is important that you understand that log, no, the kini siyang logarithmic form niya is the exponent. Okay, so this is just telling you that the logarithmic form is the exponent. Okay, log ax is the exponent. So yeah, let's do that with an example, no? So this example naman so 10 raised to 5 is 100,000. 2 tanaw na to unsa yung exponent, no? Sa 8 ba, with the base 2, logarithm of 8, the base 2 is 3, and then 2 raised to 3 is 8, diba? So they're just inverses good. And then yeah, the rest will follow. Okay, so the general form is, for example, logarithm of s with the base 5, no, is r. So 5 raised to r is s. Yeah, that's how you can do that. So let's do examples, no? Log of 1000 with base 10. So what will be raised, no? What will 10 be raised to in order that you will get 1000? So ano siya? So that's simple, no? That's 3, di ba? Ano naman? Kay 10 raised to 3 is 1000. Na siya. Okay, so log 32, diba? Then base 2, so that's 5. Ano naman? Okay, 2 raised to 5 is 32. Okay? I-check na ninyo. I-check na ninyo. Then, kana siya, next is 0.1, no? Is 10, diba? So, that's negative 1. Yan naman, kay 10 raised to negative 1 is 0.1. That's equivalent to 1 over 10. Okay, so 0.1. And lastly, logarithm of 4, the base 16, diba? Is nga sa man 1/2, diba? Because 4 16 raised to 1/2 is 4. That's the same kung mag-ingon ka nga square root of 16 is 4, diba? Because 1/2 is, ang 1/2 na exponent is equivalent niya is square root. Okay? Yeah. So next is we have the properties of logarithms, no? So we apply properties here. So kung 1 gani siya, kung 1 gani any number nga kuhaan ninyo og logarithms, bisag any base pa na siya, basta kay 1 ang imong gikuhaan og logarithms, bisag any base pa siya, the answer is always 0. Why? Because any number raised to 0 is 1. Okay? So, pag 5 to the 0 pa na siya, 1 gina-answer. Ano? Next, kung i-raise ninyo to the same, kung ano ninyo ang logarithm, if you get the logarithm of the number, no, with the same ang number niya, same ang ihang base, no, that's 1. Okay? It's the identity. Okay? So, ang next dayon is kini, it's really simple, no, if you, kana lang, kung ano ninyo, i-cancel na ninyo, then kung ano ninyo yung answer. Any number, may mo siyang erase dito sa same niya, no, kung ano ninyo ang logarithm niya, same ilang base, same ang iyang number, ang answer will be the exponent of the number. Okay, that's 8. Yeah. And next and lastly is the inverse, no. If it is an exponent form, no, kana lang mo lang gyapon na silang i-cancel din mo kana nimo ang x. So same thing, kana siya 12 answer. Okay? Yeah. So now let's go to the graphs of logarithmic functions, no. As you can see the muna siya, this is your kuan. Let's change inks here. This is the exponential part, no, of your the graph, no. So I will expect, no, sa graphing apart is that ang inyong answers is ingani because it is the inverse, no, of the exponential functions. The logarithmic functions are the inverses of exponential functions and vice versa. Okay? So ingana siya ang graph ana, and then this represents your murag mirror. Okay, siya mirror niya, which is the 45-degree line, y equals to x. Okay, next dayon is we have to sketch the graph of log 2x. Yeah? Actually, you can wala man tay kuan, wala, we have no unless I can show you later, but for now, no, let's list, no, table of values for this. Okay, so let's so it's x, no, x, and then the logarithm anak siya. So this is pili mo siya 2. Yeah, ana lang siya inyong ibutang. Ano man, we are using they were taking advantage of the properties earlier, di ba? That's property number 3, di ba? Let's take advantage of that. Okay? So dili sa inyong uyab mo mag-take advantage. Okay? So 1, then 2, negative 1, 2, negative 2, 2, negative 3. Okay? So and then answers of that is 3, 2, 1, 0, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. Okay? So, then if you can plot that, no, i-plot din nyo na siya in i-plot din nyo na siya, diba? This is 8, diba? This is 4, this is 2, 1, this is 1 half, this is 1/4, this is 1/8, di ba? If you plot that, may tabo ninyo anak niya is dapat gani 4, oh, kini siya, gani ang labas anak nga graph. Okay? So now we have family of logarithmic functions. Okay? So you can start with this, but I highly recommend that you magkuhan mo table of values, no, construct table of values so that your values will be accurate. Okay, and then your graph will also be accurate. Okay, yeah. Let's move on to the next, no. Sketch the graph of each function and then state the domain range and asymptote. Okay, so we have logarithm of 2, negative logarithm of x to the base 2. Okay, so muna siya. So what will we expect, no? So natay logarithm diri nga 2. Okay, so nata diri sa right hand sa ang screen, so kanang pula nga curve. Okay, so this curve. Okay, so this curve may akong ink kay puti. So so kanang pula ha, pula. So di ba yun ko last time, no, kung negative ganina siya, it must be reflected on the asa man nga axis. Okay, so last time, di ba, it must be reflected on the x-axis. Okay, so your graph nga looks like this, no? So tama logarithm of 2x na siya. So ang kini siya nga graph must look something like this, di ba? Must look something like that. Okay, and then kini sa tisa, same gihapon, we start with kini siya nga graph, no? So asa naman po din yun na siya ipa-reflect. Okay, so remember nga kung kuan, di ba, sa y man ni, this is y, so sa y ka mag-reflect, sa x ka mag-reflect, karon sa y na sad ka mag-reflect kay negative x man, sa x man nimong gihilabtan. Okay, so sa y na sad ka nga axis mag-reflect. Okay, so instead of kini, this is your original function, so ang sa y-axis na sad ka so this is y, this is y, this is x. Okay, so sa y nga axis ka mag-reflect. Okay, so something like that ay imuhang graph. Okay, so let's see, no? Let's see kung pareha ba. Okay, so yeah, it's the same, no? Dili lang kayo accurate ang ako ang pagkakuan, but you get the idea nga inginaon siya. Okay, so what are the domain, range, and asymptote there? So if I may, atong kuan, domain, ang domain gid niya sa dugan, so domain. Okay, so this is how you write domain, ha? So x na set of all real numbers provided that tanta lang x, no, domain of g is what? Okay, so ang domain sa g is unsa man, dapat dili negative, diba? So ang paano magana sa logarithms is dapat walay negative. Okay, dili dapat mag-negative gina siya ang nasa sulod sa x. Okay, so domain nimo in interval notation is yana. Range na to is set of all real numbers. Okay, so butang na all real numbers. Pwede ra yana, or katong ana nga ayon ang asymptote, no? So asymptote nato is unsa man, based from this graph, di ba? Nara asymptote nara asymptote ay it's the line y, or the y-axis, which is x equal to 0, ba? Okay, yeah. Vertical asymptote, wala siya horizontal asymptote, ha? Okay, so let's see. No, wala siya horizontal asymptote, but it has vertical asymptote, which is kini, no? That's x equal to 0 na siya. And then for the next nga part, no, diri na lang domain niya, sa mga domain niya same rag hapon, di ba? It's which is di ba negative naman negative man ang x, negative man, so meaning we have to counter that, we have to put dili ta pwede magbutang og positive na sad. Okay, kay og butang tag positive diha, man negative man ang whole nga expression, diba? Or dili negative ang sulod sa logarithm, so dili pwede. So we will have to put negative numbers inside. Okay, so muna ang 1 ana is negative, muna ang domain na to. in interval notation. And then ang atoang range, no, ang atong range is all real numbers gihapon. All patunan lang sign. Set R of all real numbers, okay? And then for the asymptote, ba? Asymptote. Ano sa may asymptote nato diri? Do you see an asymptote here? It's the same actually. Okay. X is equal to 0. Okay? So that's how amo na akong gi-expect nga makita sa inyong answer sunod sa answer sa inyong activity 6. Okay? So let's move on to the next, no? Kuan hapon have to use base 5, no? Kini base 5 and then base 10. Okay? Sige. So transformation hapon ta of the function, okay? So kining log 5, log 5, which is kining blue nga line. Kining blue nga line ha, kanang blue nga line. So pila man kabok shift ang imong buhaton ana. Okay? So we have talked in the last na episode, di ba? So muna 2. Okay? So 2 man na siya, so magdugang ka og duha ka mag-shift ka 2 units upward, di ba? So 1 2. So mahimo na rin siyang 0 man 1 2. So 1 na rin na siya. Diba? Okay, ana. No? Something like that. Diba? Something like that. So, if tanaw nato na siya in the graph, no? So, we have something like this. Diba? So, shift lang og 2 units upward. Diba? So, unsa rin imo ang asymptotes ana og imong domain. Diba? So, ito lang. Domain na to is unsa? Same yapon 0. So dapat dili walay negative nga ibutang nato diha sa sulod sa ato ang function, no? Sa atong logarithmic function. Next is the range. Same lang hapon, it's all real numbers, no? All real numbers. And then lastly, the asymptote. Same lang hapon, di ba? Anak. X is equal to 0. Marasong atong asymptote. Okay? Lastly, kini h of x, which is logarithm of base 10. So kining violet na sad nga line ato ang gamiton, okay? And you know it shifted 3 units. Pero asa man nga units? Asa man siya paingon? Is it to the right or to the left nga pag-shift? Okay? So dali ra kana siya do if ana bitaw equate lang gina niyo siya sa 0, okay? So kung x minus 3, so that's x equals 3, di ba? So meaning shift, kung positive gani, shift 3 units to the right, okay? Pero kung plus gani ni, kung plus na siya, so mahimo ni siya negative. So meaning shift 3 units to the left. So ana siya ang pagkuan ana. So kini siya, we must shift using logarithm, kining purple nga line, di ba? So we must shift 3 units to the right. Okay? So this is 1, 3, then 4, di ba? So shift 3 units to the right. So kini na din ang mahitabo na. So mahimo na ni ang new line. Okay? So it looks something like this, di ba? Ana. So asymptote nato is ana siya, x equals 3. Ang domain is dapat dili included ang 3. Okay? Dapat dili included ang 3. Kaya og 3 na ma-0 man na. Okay? And then ang ato ang range is same, all real numbers. Set of all real numbers. Okay? So ana siya. Ang domain, ang asymptote is dali ra kanyo na makita is just equate x to 0. Okay? Just equate x to 0. That's reani ani x is minus 3 is equal to 0. So x balhin lang sa pikas, sumundan din yung mga asymptote, di ba? So same maghapon sa kaning x, di ba? So x equals 0, sumundan yung mga asymptote. Siya kadali. Okay, so now let's move on to common logarithms. Okay, so kung wala gani mo makita nga kuan, sir, unsa man na siya nga base, di ba? Unsa man siya nga base? Wala man ka nabutang og base. Understood nga kung walay gibutang og base, that's base 10. Okay? That's base 10. So, example, no, if magkuan kag logarithm of 10 is equal to unsa man, wala ko nagbutang og kuan ha, I did not write. Let's switch to white. I did not write anything, di ba? Tanga, logarithm of 100. Tanga, what is the base? Okay? It's understood na kung walay base, that's base 10. And the answer is 2. Okay? So, ano na siya. Next is, we have an example, no? A common logarithm and sound. Okay? So, perception of loudness in decibels, no? That's how loud you can hear, no? Madunggan mo ang sound, di ba? So, physical intensity I in watts per square meter. So, that's power, no? Watts per square meter given by B, no, log of 10. Kini siya mo siya ang equation. Okay, I is the physical intensity with a barely audible sound. Okay, find the decibel or loudness of a sound whose physical intensity is 100 times of that of IO. Okay, so dali ra kay na siya. Let's butang na just kung ano na siya do, i-substitute lang gid niyo na siya. That's IO, di ba? So ingon dire nga I da kuno is 100 times of IO. So I is equal to 100 of IO. So substitute lang niyo siya dire. So 10 log of kini 100 then IO over IO, cancel lang IO. You have logarithm of 100, di ba? Which is 2 times 10, 20 decibels. Ang answer. Okay? So, muna siyang loudness of sound. Okay? So, sa safety because I'm a safety officer, no? Nihorag yung pwede nga kuan for 8 hours, no? It must be less than 90 decibels, no? That's how you can siguro kung I'm speaking to you now, that's how loud I am speaking to you. Maybe mga 80, no, 60 to 80 nga decibels, which is fine, no? Kung grabe na gid ang loud ging music, maabot na siya mga 100, 120 ka decibels, no? That's kung makanog mog chainsaw, no, sa inyong background kung asa man puyo. Kung pwede dili kay mo magpaduol ana nga mga sources of sound kay mabungol mo. Okay? Ana siya. Naay mga certain thresholds, no, ato ang dapat lang ana lang nga time, ana lang shortness of time nga dapat nimo siya paminawon, no? Ana na siya. Okay? So next is the natural logarithm. So natural logarithm is lang siya, base E, okay? So instead of base 1 2 3 4 5, okay? So you have a base E nga logarithm. So ang kuan rin niya is ln na dayon, di na siya log. Ln na rin siya. Di siya NL, ln na siya, ln. Okay? So, same rag hapon, it is the inverse, no? If you raise E to an exponent, then mo na siya answer. Okay? So, mo na rin na siya karon na ay hidden nga base ana, pero di na siya ginasulat because it's understood that the base is E. Okay? It is 2.71 approximately. Okay? Next is properties, no? Actually, it's the same nga mga properties. So, we have this, no? If we get a logarithm of 1, so 0 gihapon ang kuan, 0 gihapon ang answer, no? If E ang ihamang itself, no, kuan mo logarithm 1 gihapon, same ra kuan kini siya, which is equally the same gid siya sa ato ang nakita atong last time. Okay? So examples of that, butang ta lang ln butang ta lang ln 8, di ba? So you can expect that the answer is 8, di ba? Kung ln 1 over e squared, so pwede mo na siyang ln ikuha mo siya ang exponent, no? I-negative nimo, so it's actually the same. So ang answer is negative 2. Okay? And lastly, kung walay base, di ba? So ln of 5, that's approximately 1.609. Okay, so gamitan lang yung calculator ninyo. Okay, so let's move on to the next, no, which is the law of logarithms, no. Kung makita mo og product, no, the logarithm of a product is the sum of the logarithms. Okay? And the logarithm of a quotient is the difference of the logarithms. Okay? And then, kung kini dayon siya isa, kani bitang na exponent niya dre, you can bring that down sa iyang kilid. Ana siya. The logarithm of a power of a number is the exponent times the logarithm of the number. Okay, so let's see some examples here. So let's evaluate expression. Let's combine. Now let's combine each expression. Okay, so kung logarithm of 4, di ba, it is the sum, no? The sum, pwede po na siya mahimo siyang product. Okay, so you can 32. Okay, so pila man na siya? That's logarithm of 4 base 4. 2 times 32 is 64, di ba? So logarithm of 64 with the base 4, pila man? That's actually 4 times 4 times 4 times 4, di ba? Or 4 times 4 times 4. So use your calculator, no? That's actually 3. So because 4 raised to 3 is 64. So bali-bali na siya. Next, okay, so logarithm of 80. So kung wala mo yung calculator na kuan kini siya, this is really useful for you, no? Useful skill for you to learn. Okay? So kani siya, ingon ko ganina, di ba? The logarithm of the quotient is the logarithm of the difference, no? Karon sad is balihon, pwede na siya balihon, di ba? So 80 divided by 5, usad siya karon. So remember property number 2, law number 2. Okay, so na siya. So that's logarithm of 16, di ba? 16 base 2. So pila man na siya? That's 4. Ano naman? Okay, 2 raised to 4 is 16. Okay? Lastly, kini siya, let's apply law number 3, di ba? So kini siya, pwede nimo na siya logarithm of ma-raise na mo siya to 1/3. Okay? So kung negative 1/3 ang iyang kuan, negative 1/3, di ba? So use your calculator. Use your calculator on that. So di ba? So ito, saan natin na siya? Negative 1/3. Okay? So ang answer ani is log, so 8 raised to 1/3. Actually that's 1/2. So you can, let's confirm that, no, in calculator. 8 raised to negative 1/3, it's actually 1/2. So naana siya sa inyong calculator. Okay, so logarithm of 1/2, which is kini siya, parang sa mong siya base, sir. Kung wala gyud nakabutang, that's base 10. So it's approximately negative 0.301. Okay, so that's the answer. This is ano siyang answer and ano siyang answer. Okay, so you should get that by now. And next is how about if you expand, di ba? So kanina combine man to. So now how about if you expand? Okay, so these are products and quotients now. So this is actually simple kung log 2, so log 2x. So muna siyang answer sa letter A. Letter B, so logarithm of 5, so x cubed plus logarithm y to the 6, di ba? But that doesn't end there. So imo pa ni siyang ipang naog, di ba? So 3 logarithm 5x plus kinilang 6 logarithm base 5y. Okay, so muna na siya ang imong answer. Siya kadali ang inyong problema. So you can, sa inyong module I wrote there wala gibutang ang 6 sa kuan, but you can. Okay, you can actually it's the same. And ln, so ln a plus ln b. Okay, so ln a plus ln b. So and then minus na siya kay negat naman sa ubos, diba? So minus ln c to the 1/3, diba? C to the 1/3 kay cube root man, so 1/3. So pwede na pud na nimo i-manaog siya na exponent, diba? So ang final form na din niya is ln a plus ln b minus 1/3 ln c. So ano na siya. I think nabutang ko na sa inyo module ay nga na. Okay, so next, combine into a single logarithm na sad. So kini siya murag ko na ni siya a pinnacle, no, of what I want you to learn, what DepEd wants you to learn. Okay, so 3 log x, no, kini siya, ito na ko na siya i-combine in a single logarithm. So yeah, let's go. So logarithm of x, no, so atong siyang ibutang dito, anak. And then ang kinidayon siya is logarithm of x plus 1 then 1/2. Okay, so that's equivalent also to square root, no, pwede rin siya. And then let's combine further. Let's logarithm para sa isa na lang siya ka logarithm. So x cubed and then paano na yan, x plus 1 raised to 1/2. Ano na siya ang answer. Okay, next is kini siya mas daghan, no, but don't fret, lns, so isa ka lang siya dito, ano, then ang lnt to the 1/2 minus ln4, so t squared plus 1, so ano lang gihapon, raised to 4 gihapon. Ikuan lang, i-take note of the signs, no, para di mo malibog. So let's combine that into a single na logarithm. So ln s cubed t to the 1/2 over t squared plus 1 raised to 4. Okay, or sa inyong module I wrote there s cubed square root of t, which is also the same, t squared plus 1 raised to 4. Okay, so na siya ang answer. Actually pwede rin siya gihapon, either of the two. Okay, okay, so warning lang para sa mga kuan na basing malibog mo ba. Okay ha, so kini dili ni siya equivalent ani ha, ngani ha, dili siya equivalent ana. It's actually x plus y gid na siya, it is not the sum of logarithms. Okay, and also kinisad siya is not equivalent to, kini siya kay logarithm of 6 divided by logarithm of 2 is different kay kini siya mahimo mo siyang logarithm of 3, di ba? 6 divided by 2 is 3, so di na siya mao ang answer ana. And dayon kini dayon, it does not mean nga if the whole logarithm, a whole logarithmic expression is raised to an exponent, it does not mean nga katusad siyang exponent is mosad to siya ang mahimo siyang multiplier, no? Does not mean like that. Ang dapat ang imong ang naras number sulod sa logarithm imuhang kuan og it must be logarithm base 2 ana siya para mahimo siyang 3 log 2x. Okay, see the difference? So dapat ingani siya, dili siya naka-enclose og parenthesis ang ang whole na expression. Okay? So, let's go on. So, muna siya akong pinaka fun na problem sa inyo ha. So, law of forgetting, di ba? Natin law of forgetting, no? Di mo dito. Makalculate mo na yung pagkalimot, no? Labi na makalimot, kaya dapat imulimtan ang isa person, no? Okay, so yan na siya. Kini lang sa is exams, pero sa inyong module, I wrote there a love story. I wrote there a love story. Okay, so please make sure to answer that because I crafted that from memory. Okay? Yeah. So, task is learned, performance level PO, diba? And after time interval, the performance level P satisfies. Okay? So, kuan gid siya kaning mag C sa content depends on the type of task. Okay, so C depends on the type of task, meaning if it is learning, if it is cleaning, if it is something that you want to learn repeatedly, diba? So it depends. Okay, and T is measured in months. Okay, so it is important na T is in months. Okay, so let's solve for P, and then kung score nimo sa history test is 90, how would you expect to get a similar test after 2 months, no, or after a year? So assume nato nga C constant niya is 0.2. Okay, so let's answer that. Solve for P. So kung mag-solve ta for P, that's logarithm of P log PO C log P1. So let's solve for P. Okay, so let's combine. So na log P. Let's combine kini sila. Okay, so that's P times over so log so P. Okay, PO. Kini din siya ibutang dito sa taas, that's T plus 1 raised to C. Okay? So then kung ano nimo ang logarithm of both sides, so raised nimo ni siya to 10. Kay logarithm base 10 man na siya, so you are left with P okay, so muna na siya yung answer. Okay? So now, ang kuan daw kuno nimo is 90. Okay? So 90 daw imong score. So that's PO equals 90. Diba? So 2 months. So T is equal to 2. Or kung 1 year, 12. Diba? So ang C na to is 0.2. Okay? So substitute lang letter B. So this is for letter A. Diba? So substitute lang, we have 90. Dayon kung 2 months, diba? 2 plus 1 raised to 0.2. Diba? So ang answer din ana niya is around 72 na lang imong makuha pag after 2 months if you take the same test. Diba? So kung sa next pod 90 over 12 plus 1 0.2, so around 54 na lang imong score, diba? Ano na lang kagamay imong score if you take that same test over a year. Okay? Yeah. Then lastly, in last nga kuan, which is the change of base, which is dayon ra gid kaayo if you don't have a calculator that can can answer logarithm of 5 base 8. You can do this actually. Nga i-kuan ninyo siya, i-base 10 ninyo ang duha. I-base 10 ninyo which will give the same answer actually. Diba? So ana ra ang change of base nga formula. Okay? So or pwede pod nga i-ln sa dinyo ln 5 over ln 8. Which is the same ang answer. Okay, so 0.77398. This is actually applicable kung wala mo powerful kay calculator, but calculators are now powerful nowadays, so I doubt it kung wala pa ni siya nga function. Okay, so inisad siya, you can log 20, log 9, or ln 20 or ln 9, di ba? Actually, the same maraming lang makuha ng answer, which is 1.36342. Okay? So that's very simple for you, no? And I hope, no, that's actually the end of our lesson. And please, no, if subscribe if you haven't done so. As Findel's Chemical Engineering School, please click the notification bell if you haven't already. Okay, so that's it for our lesson, no? Medyo taas-taas siya. I think this might be the longest lesson that I have produced, no? Because there's a lot of ground to cover. Okay, so nonetheless, I expect you to perform more, no? Sa next week, no? Pag-check na ko sa inyong papel, tag-as ka po yung score. Yeah, I really na-late din siya nga video because na kuan ko I was bugged with the uh, elections, no. Congratulations to the winners, no. I will put the names, no, dire sa kuan yung screen sa mga nakadaog. So congratulations to that. We did the election last Wednesday, no. So yes, that's Wednesday, October 20, no. October 20. If I am not mistaken. October 20, Wednesday. So, congratulations sa winners. I hope you will serve the school, no, with your with much of your capabilities, and may you not forget who gives you strength, no, sa pag-lead sa SSG sa school. Okay? So, this has been your teacher, no, Sir Dale, and I hope to see you in the lesson, no? Last lesson, which is next week's lesson, lesson 7, which is the exponential and logarithmic equations and inequalities. So that's it. Bye!